During the edge of the old town in Nuremberg, not far from the castle and the main market square, is the Tucher Mansion Museum. Together with its picturesque garden and the famed Hirsvogel Hall, the mansion forms a Renaissance island in the historic city center. In this authentic setting, visitors can get a sense of the world in which the Nuremberg patrician class once lived. The mansion, completed in 1544, was built by a patrician named Lorenz Tucher II and his wife Katharina. It originally served them more as a summer residence than as a permanent home. The building remained in the Tucher family's hands into the 1970s. Almost all the exhibits are still owned by the family foundation, the Tucher Kulturstiftung. The real masterpieces of the collection are in the rooms known as the Schatzkammer, or treasures, a portrait from the workshop of Michael Wohlgemuth, Albrecht Dürer's teacher. A double portrait of Dürer's assistant, Hans Schäufelein. A large altar panel by Matthäus Merian, and the epitaph for Adelheid Tucher with a view of the city of Jerusalem that incorporates astonishingly accurate topography. The devastating air raid on Nuremberg on January 2, 1945, also took a heavy toll on the Tucher Mansion. Fortunately, the building's movable contents had been relocated before the bombings and survived. Reconstruction began in 1964, and in 1969, the Tucher Mansion was opened to the public, now as a museum. Here we have actually reproduced how a table was laid for a betrothal celebration that was held here at the Tucher Mansion in 1564. This is the most important exhibit that we have had here at the Tucher Mansion, the Tucher table service. The bridegroom's father did not commission the set specially for the occasion, but he did have additional items made then. You can get an even more personalized experience of the world of the Nuremberg patricians and the history of the Tucher family on the regular tours when an actress portraying Katharina Tucher guides visitors through the house. The museum's mission is not only to preserve aspects of art history, but also to bring the everyday reality of the city's patrician class vividly to life.
Dann wollte man auch zum Adel gehören.
In those days, they wanted to belong to the nobility. In 1697, Emperor Leopold ordered that the Nuremberg patricians could refer to themselves as nobles, but they would have to stop engaging in trade because that was uncouth and bourgeois. Looking from the house into the garden, you'll notice another structure, the reconstruction of the famed Hirsvogel Hall. The Hirsvogel Hall was considered one of the most significant pieces of early Renaissance architecture north of the Alps. The patron who built it, Linhard Hirsvogel, brought in the best artists as its designers. Hall with the first continuous ceiling painting north of the Alps to give the illusion of looking upward into the higher space. The wall decor of early Renaissance components was unique in Nuremberg in its day. By around 1900, this was one of the city's prime tourist attractions, along with the castle and the major churches. Today, Hirsvogel Hall is not just a museum space, but a cherished and popular location for cultural events and private parties. Thus, it quite deliberately performs something close to the same function it was originally meant for, as a grand hall of celebrations and a place for social gatherings. The Tucher Mansion's picturesque Renaissance garden is a green oasis at the outskirts of the old town, amid fruit trees and flower beds. This is a wonderful site for picnicking, lawn bowling, and enjoying the views of the sculptures and the mansion itself. It is open to the public 2 days a week when the museum itself is closed. Anyone who wants to give a woman something very special for the happiest day of her life, something sure to be a lifelong memory, should get married at the Tucher Mansion. During the summer, the garden also offers a diverse cultural program of international festivals, exhibits, concerts, and open-air cinema. This Renaissance island at the edge of Nuremberg's old town attracts over 20,000 visitors each year who come to enjoy the charm of the Tucher Mansion, the Hirsvogel Hall, and the picturesque garden. You too will be very welcome.